Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at some of the biggest L's I think I've ever seen, man. I don't even know what would prompt you to post these on your Twitter, right? I mean, everybody takes an L, you know what I'm saying? Everyone is down bad at some point. It just happens, right? But not many people are that willing to just, like, jump out of the woodworks and announce to the world how bad that they lost. And for a lot of these things, man, like, if you just kind of sat on it for a few years and just, like, let the waves kind of die out or whatever, it wouldn't even really be that big of a deal, to be honest, right? Like, most people wouldn't care, but I just don't know what prompts you to do something like this, man, right? Like, these situations happen, right? And then the first thing you do is you go to your Twitter account, hit the tweet button, and tell the world, like, hey, I'm your clown of the day right here. Yeah, come get me, I'm right here. Anyways, with that being said, on the last video like this, I told you guys if we hit 10,000 likes that I would continue making this kind of content. That was only back on June 2nd. That video has 18,000 likes as of me recording this audio, so you guys more than crushed the like goal on that video. And I told you guys if you kept liking the videos and enjoying them, man, I would keep making content like this, so here we are back with another one. Now let's take a look at some L's. Turn up the cheat. All women should have an affair once in their life. It made me feel sexier and look younger. Rachel is now 46 and still searching for the one, but would not rule out cheating again. I mean, God, can you take a large L and not tell the world about it, Rachel? First and foremost, you're pushing 50 still cheating. There's no real age that cheating's ever acceptable. I mean, if you genuinely do cheat on your significant other that you claim you love, you're just kind of a giant piece of fucking shit, but I would not want or expect this out of anyone pushing 50. Like, I know that those glory days of you being a public fleshlight are behind you, or they should have been behind you a long time ago, and you're feeling really insecure now that only one person in the world actually cares. But not only do you not look younger, I mean, you definitely look your age, I will say. There's nothing sexy about cheating, and you should not feel sexy. In fact, you should feel very morally depraved and like a horrible person, to be honest, because imagine finding somebody who genuinely, like, loves you for who you are and cares about you, and then you go and you cheat on them. Like, what did you get out of that besides 15 minutes of midness, I would assume? And, like, if you're her husband, what do you do at this point, bro? Like, you're like, oh, I wonder what baby girl's been writing on her articles, and you go and she's like, yeah, I've had an affair. It made me feel great about myself. In fact, I would not rule out cheating again. Like, you gotta have, like, an executive press conference at that point, right? Like, you gotta talk to the media themselves, quite literally. So I try not to post too personal stuff, and I'm going to delete this tweet, but I just wanted to share that I recently went on a golf date with a guy who refused to let me play because, as I realized after the fact, he only bought tee time for himself and didn't tell me. LMAO. Okay, first and foremost, if you ever tell everyone I'm gonna delete this tweet, you're not deleting the tweet. It is there permanently. They will be screenshotting that to fucking oblivion. Might have been the worst thing you could have said throughout all this. I don't know. It's definitely a debate. Like, how do you fucking lose that bad, bro? Like, you went on a date and were valued so little, you know, that he didn't even buy you fucking tee time to go golf. I don't know, that might also be an L for him. Like, you fumbled the fucking bag. Like, I would hope if this woman has any self-respect, like, she would never speak to this jack-off ever again, but I would not just be fucking telling the world something like this happened to me, man. Like, that is such an L. Like, y'all gotta think this one through before you just go posting something like this. Just spilled an entire large iced coffee Americano, I don't know, I don't drink coffee, on my rental car as I was returning it, and a guy sitting across the street started laughing at me. That's kind of like one of my big fears, bro. I don't know if anyone else is, like, afraid of looking like a fucking idiot in public, but dude, I fear the day that something like this happens to me. Like, the concept of me being in public and someone is specifically laughing at me because they noticed I fucked up, like, that is such a huge L, and, like, that is something I genuinely fear. Like, my social meter is not ready for something like that to happen to me. You guys are way braver to be telling the world shit like this, because I just couldn't do it, man. But do other reporters look at public Facebook posts complaining about a story they wrote and see some of their own Facebook friends liking and sharing? Or do I just have bad friends? Oh, shit. So basically, this woman, I guess, writes articles or whatever, and they're viewed so pathetically by even her own friends that they are willing to, like and share statements basically saying this person fucking sucks at writing. It would be like if somebody, I don't know, posted something like, hey, I hate Optimus's videos, and my boys are, like, liking and sharing that shit. I'd be like, okay. The difference is I don't really give a fuck if my friends have their own opinions, right? Like, imagine thinking that your friends automatically have to think you're the greatest at anything. Like, yeah, your friends should be supportive, but I mean, if you're dog shit at what you do and like they are willing to think that, like they have the right to think that. You could get better at writing though. That is always a possibility, right? You could always just take the criticism and just move the fuck on and try to do better the next time, but I'm so desperate to meet people, I'll work on a bank holiday. Luckily, my family won't miss me. It's not the done thing, but after 14 months of solid contact, I know how the kids and Mr. Z won't mind if I go to Newquay for that rare joy, a face-to-face interview. Nobody is more irritating when you are ill than your own family. My family treated my positive COVID test as exciting news, like they had been watching EastEnders for 17 years and finally something had happened. Why the fuck would you post either of these? Like, do you realize the amount of jokes that are going to be made at your expense by the readers of these articles? Like, your family doesn't give a fuck about you to the point that, like, you're willing to go to work on on holiday. Like, your children and your significant other care so little about your presence in the house that you leaving is not a concern to them. And you feel the need to fucking tell the world that? You feel the need to just come out like, hey, everybody, my family hates me. My kids don't give a shit about me. My husband don't care either. Like, why would you ever think that that's a good idea, you know? And then you follow it up with another article where you basically admit that when you got a life-threatening illness, tested positive for it, your family just didn't give a fuck. And in fact, they did. They actually thought it was exciting news. Like, why would you ever tell anyone that? That is shit that I would carry to my grave, you know what I'm saying? I would not be flaunting that in any sort of article or anything, man. I wouldn't even tell, like, the best friend I have on this planet. I was buying baby clothes today for a friend and a woman came up to me and said, "Congratulations," and starts to touch my stomach. I am not pregnant, to clarify. Oh, fuck. Wow. Oh, my God. I would not tell people this. I'm going to be honest with you here. That is not something you want to be telling people. I mean, in all reality, though, like, I don't know. I'm not the type of person to just go up to random people in the store and fucking say anything. Like, it would take something incredible to happen for me to willingly interact with strangers in the store. But I can promise you, I don't understand fucking going up to random people and touching them. Like, do not put your hands on me regardless of the reason. Like, if I was a pregnant woman and you come up and start fucking touching me, there's gonna be a problem. Like, don't fucking touch me. I don't care if you think it's the most adorable thing of all time. If you're gonna go out of your way to do anything, say congratulations on the pregnancy or whatever, and keep it pushing, bro. Do not touch me. And that really should go for anyone else. Like, they teach you this type of stuff in kindergarten to keep your hands to yourself, man. Journalism Twitter is really tough because everyone is always sharing their wins on here, and I'm excited for everyone advancing in their career, but I can't relate to that. I haven't had a W career-wise in a while, and logging on here makes me feel so inadequate as a journalist, LOL. Jesus Christ, why would you ever say that? Especially on Twitter, right? Like, Twitter's too toxic to be fucking saying something like that. Like, you are out here self-reflecting on your inability to succeed in your career of choice for everyone to see. Like, can you imagine LeBron James getting on Twitter today and being like, you know, I'm really glad to see all these young bucks out here winning and advancing in the playoffs. I like Devin Booker and all these guys. They're really talented, but I got knocked out in the first round of the playoffs, and I just feel so inadequate as a basketball player. I haven't had a W, it feels like, in forever. Like, that was such a not good idea, bro. You should have not done that. Lost my virginity at 21. I'm 22 with a body count of 9. I'm still in love with my first body, but he treats me like a booty call. So I pulled his boys as revenge now. He took it too far and pulled my cousin and sent pics of me to my brother. My family have disowned me. You probably should not have admitted all this to Twitter. I mean, this is an L, like straight from the jump. First and foremost, you fell in love with somebody who did not show you feelings back. In fact, he treats you as an option whenever he decides that he's ready. And you thought you were going to get in his fucking head by doing what you do to him to his boys, by becoming an option to them? Like, what did you think was going to happen? Did you think he was going to be like, man, you know, she can provide the same exact output that she provided to me to 9 of my friends. I should choose to be with her. I can't believe I chose otherwise, man. Like, that was the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like, me personally, if this happened to me, I'd be happy for my friends. Like, what, you can be mad at them because they fucking won? Like, come on now. And he apparently took it too far by doing the same thing you did and just revenge sleeping with somebody close to you. That was taking it too far, but it was cool for you to do it, right? Maybe sending pictures to your brother of you was pretty foul. Like, that might have been taking it too far for sure. But you were all about playing these stupid little fucking petty games until you lost. And I don't know what else to say besides that. I hope you can recover from this one someday, but doesn't seem like it. So with that being said, though, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, just man, and signing out.